Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, wherever you're tuning in from. This is the BS Buddies podcast, and we gotta hurry up and start talking because we got cats to talk about.
We're going with the internet's favorite thing today, which is cats. Hi, Bubbers, isn't that right? Oh, you're gonna be a big internet star, aren't you?
Oh,
We've
mine's pissed already.
already mad. Well,
Um,
we've just
Here, I'm gonna show off key features before she gets too mad. But we got half an ear here, and we got half a tail.
a little stubby tail.
And I'm gonna
Aww.
put her down because she's a spicy kitty. Sorry I disturbed you.
You got the key features. A stubby ear and a stubby tail, and we're good. Well, everyone, you guys have seen him before. Interrupt the videos for sure. But this here is Mr. Chubbs, formerly. To his friends, he is known as Bubbers. Currently, he is looking around at everything on my desk, trying to decide what he wants to play with first. Um, he is a big black tomcat with just a little tiny patch of white right on his chest. That's kind of hard to see. And he is also very, very uncooperative when it comes to trying to pick him up. He does not like to hold himself in place at all. He just kind of flops around. Here, step up. Put your paws up here on the desk, buddy. Come on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. He's a mover. He's on
And
the
he's
desk.
gone.
Thanks.
But as you're looking at his nice tail,
Damn.
so currently I have 4 cats in the house. The one I was holding to start the episode, her name is Mara. We got her a couple years ago, and originally wasn't going to have her, but we fell in love. And my fiance's cousin, who works at the vet clinic, she had Mara brought in by a farmer, and her original name was Rutabaga because the farmer brought her in and then didn't have money, so gave them rutabagas as payment for bringing her in. But she was an outside cat, and it was during winter time, and she got frostbite on the ear that I showed you and frostbite on her tail. So they had to amputate the tail, and then the ear just kind of fell off after about a month.
And the ear just kind of went away. There you go. Look angrily at the camera, Bubber.
But she was a very angry kitty at first, but now she's just, I mean, she still is, as you guys saw. She's really mad about the last cat that I will show you. But
she's very angry about the incoming of new territorial threats.
Yes, but she's been quite a big lover lately, and she's a good snuggler when she wants to be. And
yeah, sounds like my cat that I had at the farm named Alex. She was grumpy all the time, only wanted snuggles when she wanted snuggles. Bubbers, I recognize that you might not want to go right now, but I need you to just hold still because you were at a very disadvantageous position, and if you jump, then everything will come crashing down. So you just sit on this pillow for the duration of the video, okay? While I ham you up for the cameras.
Why don't you talk? How'd you get Bubbers? What's Bubbers' story?
Yeah, so I know I've covered this part and parcel in some other videos, especially when he comes tearing up and down the stairs right over here. But you wouldn't think by looking at him, but Bubbers is 7 years old this year. He originally belonged to one of my good buddies, and he got him when I was still in the military. Got him from a young kitten. I believe he was part of a bunch that had been sort of tossed out and left on the side of the road, and they think that they were maybe tossed out of the vehicle because Mr. Bubs here has a little bit of a stiffness in his front legs, which is apparent when he walks. He doesn't quite have a fluid motion with his front legs, or they're a little stiff. So he's got this little hobble that he does when he runs along. But I mean, it doesn't slow him down in the slightest. He still zooms all over this house, and well, he kept him for quite a while, but then after I got out of the service and I moved into the same apartment building as my buddy, he was going to be moving out. And since the place that they were going to be moving to already had a few cats, he asked me if I would like to take Mr. Chubbs because for some reason, Bubbers absolutely loved me. Every time I would go up to his place, I would walk in the door and the nickname Bubbers actually came from me because it started off. I used to walk into the place and I would go Chubbs, and he'd come running, and then I would walk in and I'd start going Chubbers, and then it was Chubber Bubbers, and then that just morphed into Bubbers. So now we have the big Bubber boy, and he got nice and plump after he got after he went and he got neutered. So he just kind of blew up like a balloon. So we put him on a little bit of a diet now. So he's trimmed down from how big he was. And now he's still large and in charge, but he carries his weight well. He doesn't look fat, he just looks stocky. And he is an absolute snuggler. Like he hardly ever hisses. We've only heard him hiss once, and we think it was because he was having a bad dream. He was asleep on my girlfriend's lap one day, and she like reached over to grab her drink or do something, and her hand brushing against him, he kind of woke up in a panic and like did this little half-hearted hiss thing, and it was like, "Oh, are you okay, buddy?" It's like he's never like even when we pick on him, he never gets angry, and he's still got all his claws, but he doesn't scratch, he doesn't do nothing. He's just a big cuddle boy. And right now, though, he's kind of flopping his tail around because he's not exactly excited about the prospect of being stuck on my lap, but he's still purring and loving all the pets he gets. So he's not going to put up a fight.
I'm trying to look around for my boy, my
See.
giant boy, but I don't see him. Um, like I said, I got 4 cats. Mara is 3. My cat is a big boy, 25-pound orange tabby,
Hunky boy.
just a barrel. And I got him the first year after um, college, and he was 4 months old then, and I don't know if I said this, but he's 7 now. This year as well, like Bubbers.
Oh,
And
a twin. You got a twin.
the reason why I chose him specifically is when I was at the Humane Society, I had a laser pointer and I was pointing it around, and he was playing with it on the wall. And I shut it off and I was talking to the owner of the place and whatever, and then just randomly wasn't shining it, like he kept hitting the wall where the laser was even though it was off. I'm like, that's my cat right
That's the
there.
one I want. I want the dumb one in the corner.
he he's yeah, he's not a very bright cat, but he's a big snuggler and he just loves attention. Whenever you scratch him, either his belly or his back, he just starts like freaking out by like aggressively licking himself because he's loving it so much.
He's so happy. I don't know if we've covered it before, but there was that time that I stayed at your place
Oh yeah, you should tell that story.
and I slept on the couch and because we were just chilling out, hanging out that day. And you were like, "Oh yeah, I'll go get you you had a weighted blanket or something."
Yeah,
Because
like a
you asked me
15
if I
pound weighted blanket because I didn't have a lot of blankets, but I'm like, oh, like here's an extra one just in case.
Yeah, you'd ask me, you're like, "Hey, have you ever tried a weighted blanket?" And I was like, "No, I've never tried them out." And you're like, "Well, here, try this thing out tonight. See how you like it." And yeah, so I fall asleep on the couch and I pull the blanket over me, and at some point in the middle of the night, I woke up because I was laying on my back, And I just remember waking up and thinking, oh, man, these weighted blankets are good, but boy, you really feel them when you wake up in the middle of the night. And then I open my eyes and I look down, and there was Max standing right on my chest, just eyes as big as quarters looking at me. And I'm like, oh yeah, thanks. That's why I feel this intense weight on my chest. Thanks, buddy. You can go ahead and get off now so I can breathe. He jumps down and it was like a oh oxygen.
Yeah, if you're not expecting it, he hits you hard.
Oh yeah, he's a chunky boy.
The
Come on, why
other
don't you?
the other cat we have is Jaxson, my fiance's cat, and he's a big snuggler, mostly with his mom, and he he's probably in the kiddo's bed just chilling. But Debbie
He's
had
relaxing.
found him free uh, by someone, I think some random lady, and was giving away free cats. And he actually has a brother that's identical to him that's with someone else.
Hmm.
But he's actually declawed in the front because when Debbie wanted him, the apartment would not let her have him unless he was declawed. So she got him declawed, which she regrets now. But one fun thing that he does is he'll like push his paws up on your face or like on your mouth, and it's just a soft cushion.
And he just holds it there. Them little toe beans are help
Yeah,
patting your face. He's giving you a little cheek massage, is what he's doing there.
it's really funny when he's like scratching on something because it's just like just like no noise,
He
just
just
like kind of
no noise. He's
pushing
just
it.
rubbing it. He's
Yeah,
just rubbing it.
but
This one, this one has a habit of whenever you're sleeping, he's very much into the when he's very happy, he likes to push his chin, his head against you and rub against you. And so this one, every now and again, for some reason, he really likes my ear. Uh-oh. We've
yeah.
decided that too much is too much. Are you going or are you staying? Oh, oh,
Oh, there he
and he
goes.
made it. He landed it. He landed it. And you filled my pillow full of hair. Thanks, Bubbers. Um, for some reason, he really likes my ear. Like when I'm petting him, and if he's in a good mood, I put my ear next to him, and he'll shove his nose in my ear. This has backfired on me when I've been sleeping, and he wakes up and he wants food. He will come lay on top of me, and then when my head is turned to the side, he will shove his nose in my ear, and so all I wake up to is just immediately. I hope it picked that up. Immediately in my ear, and then he'll drool too, so it's nice and wet and cold.
For,
And I'm like, thanks, Bubs. I appreciate your happiness, but I don't think you quite need to be that worked up about it. It's 6 in the morning. You can relax a little.
for Magnus, he has a bad habit similar to Bubbers, but sometimes I will sleep with my mouth open, and when I do, he will stick his face in my mouth sometimes. So when I wake up, his nose is like by my teeth, and I'll just blow in his face, and he's like, "What are you doing? Why'd you do that?"
Like it wasn't my fault, dude. You were the one who was laying there.
And
Oh,
then
that's funny.
I suppose got to get to the last one, which was, as the time we're recording, was just last week. Get home from donating plasma, take the roommate's dog out, walk to the park because Debbie needed a bike pump because her tires were low. So take the dog, and I was having a really busy, really tough week when this happened, and it only added a lot more stress in the moment, which was great.
Yep.
But holding my roommate's dog, trying to pump up Debbie's bike tires, not getting any help from Debbie at all because her and the kiddo found a stray kitten
Woo!
and they were trying to play with it. And Debbie's like, hey, your parents' anniversary is coming up. Wouldn't it be great to get him a kitten? And in my head on that day, I'm like, no, it would not. Can we just
No.
leave the park? And so she called my mom, and my mom's like, yeah, of course, because they had a few months ago, one of their cats ran away and hasn't come back. So my mom had been saying that she wants another cat. So Debbie's like, yeah, let's get this kitten. I'm like, well, she already said yes, so might as well.
Gotta
So
do it now.
take the dog home, drive, get the cat, one of the cat carriers, and the cat got spooked by the dog. So like she was hiding in some bushes and Debbie was trying to get her out and wasn't being too successful. But like the cat was like playing, would play to a certain point, then like back up and keep doing that. And while we were at the park trying to get this cat, a mom and her two sons come over. Debbie immediately said, hi, I don't mean to be awkward, but we're trying to catch this kitten and we need help. And this pregnant mother of two comes over and Vi's playing with the cat, getting cat out. And the mother just picks up the cat, puts it in the carrier, and within like 2 seconds.
Hey, when you're a mother, you don't have a whole lot of, extra cares to hand out. Cares is the nice word I decided to use there. So she was probably just like, "Oh, you're trying to catch a kitten? There
Sure,
you
there you
go.
go.
Yours now."
I got two boys to take care of. Just take the kitten.
When you said that Debbie was trying unsuccessfully to get the cat out, in my head, all I pictured was like the voice of Patrick going, "Come here, kitty." Well, I've done all I could do.
um,
You could tell her I said that, by the way. That one's
I
from
will.
me.
But put the cat in my car and starts meowing, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not happy about this either. Like I said, I was just having a rough day and did not want to take care of a fourth cat. And then get it home and we've had it in the bathroom just to kind of separate it from the other cats and put my face next to it, and she would give me hugs, like,
Oh,
and just super cuddly. And I asked my mom, like, do you have a name for it? And she's like, yeah, have your kiddo name it. So yeah, this is Lulu,
oh, little
tiny little
Lulu.
kitten. We think probably like 6 weeks old.
Look at them! Look at them tiger stripes on there. Vicious, vicious animal.
And she's purring already.
Oh, I
But
love it when they purr so easily.
yeah, she's very lax, very chill. Do have one story that happened yesterday with her that I wasn't happy with in the moment, but now it's hilarious. Get up.
Those are the
I
best kind.
I got up early to work a little bit of overtime at my job for the extra cash, and so I get up at 5, go in the bathroom, use the bathroom, and this one decides I'm going to jump in the toilet at 5 in the morning.
Ooh, hey,
Jumps
a bath.
jumps in, jumps out. There's just a mess everywhere, to put it nicely, and
It,
I was like,
it,
you stupid cat. And then like immediately after, I'm like, she's very young, she didn't mean to, but I just don't want to clean this up at 5 in the morning.
I know it's not your fault. I know it's because you're dumb. But come on. That's when you just
And
turn the bath water on, throw her in there, close the bath door, and be like sitting there for a while. Since you want to
um
play around in water so bad, you can
I
sit in the bath.
I just kind of wiped her down a little bit and then woke Debbie up to tell her I was leaving for work. I'm like, hey, the cat needs a bath. Uh, yeah, she jumped in the toilet this morning. Debbie's like half awake, but just laughing so hard.
Hey, sweetie, I'm heading on my way to work. Cat, jump in the shitter. I'll see you later. Bye. Just
Pretty
out
much.
the door.
Um, but yeah, she's been a sweetheart. My parents are gonna get her in a few weeks, and she's been a nice addition for a short time.
Wonderful. Some extra entertainment for you to keep around. Oh, hello, Bubbers. You're still down here? Would you like to come back and say hello to everyone once more?
Here, oh boy, here's Jaxson, Debbie's cat. He's upset that I have the kitten on my lap and doesn't want to
He's
sit, which
he's
is
like, why am I
understandable.
being put in here? He's like, I don't want to be put in this. What is going on? Come here. If you want to come say hi, come here. He's Bubbers is deciding whether or not he wants to come say goodbye to everyone else again. Come on. Come on. You can come
But
say hello to everyone. You know what? Here,
uh,
we'll see if we can get an interview with Mr. Bubs. I'm gonna take my microphone. Mr. Bubs. Bubbers. Bubbers. What do you have to say? He's rubbing against the microphone. Bubbers. Bubbers. Nope, now he doesn't have any words to say. Sorry, folks, I tried. Mr. Chubb says no comment.
that's all right. Lulu probably doesn't have much to say either.
Yeah, but is that because she just doesn't want to say words, or is it because there's a lack of thoughts going on behind those eyes?
She meows quite a bit. I mean,
Talkative one, huh?
she's smart. I will
Getting things
say
figured out.
she's smart enough to not just use the bathroom on the floor. Granted, we have a litter box in there for her, but like she will use the tub as her toilet from time to time at least. So it's
I mean, at least she's
It's-
making it in a box. Not
that's
necessarily
that's
the
how I
right
think
box,
of it.
but making it in a box.
But I think that's about it. You want to do quotes?
Yes, and I actually looked up a cat quote just because I feel like that would be appropriate for what we have going on here today. So my cat quote is, if cats could talk, they wouldn't. They wouldn't.
Oh, that
Bubbers might. Bubbers might, but he'd just be complaining for food all the time because that's all he ever does.
I have cat quotes as well. Also, there's my cats just hanging out.
I like the one leg.
Here, here's my boy, the 25-pounder.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one we want to see right there. Yeah,
Oh,
chunky boy.
there he
There
is.
he is.
This is
There's
the
the big
size
guy.
comparison. Kitten versus my boy.
His head is like twice the size.
Oh, get
Oh,
over it. I know you
Mags.
don't like the kitten either.
Oh, Mags.
My quote comes from Jonathan Edwin Durham of Twitter or X. Cats are great because they're basically like 12% teddy bear, 34% raccoon, 9% actual demon, and 45% David from Schitt's Creek.
That's a good mix. That's a good way to put it all together into one animal. I still like that, the way he had the one leg poking out from the side, like
He,
paint me like one of your French girls.
he's not graceful, to put it lightly.
I can I can see that. He's rotund.
Uh, but thank you for BSing with us today. Subscribe to become a bud today. And we'll see you next time. Hopefully, I don't gain any more cats by then.
We'll see you next time when Joe's got 15 more cats to tell us about. And in the
Great.
meantime, tell us about some of your own furry friends down in the comments below. Let us know whether they be cats, dogs, or whatever it is you keep as a companion. But until next time, you just take her easy now.